Alright, guys. So, if you guys remember, about 2 years ago, Christ, this got announced 2 years ago, it was announced at the time that we were going to be getting a Marvel Ultraman crossover. It had promotion art, but there wasn't really other than that. And then for 2 years afterwards, there was fuck all. There was like legit fuck all about it, and also with how long it took to publish the trade of Ultraman Mystery of Ultra 7. Literally, it got done for 2 years and then just got its release. It literally only got its release like December of last year. So it got its trade release December of last year, and it got finished like early. So a lot of like things were spinning around of what happened. Especially with the crossover, because it was in canon with the Ultraman books. But I'm here to report that apparently the Marvel Ultraman crossover is still a go. Now, the reason why why is that? Well, my good friend Matt Denian got in touch with one of the editors at Marvel. He was talking to him on, I think, Twitter, and he basically asked him, hey, is the Marvel Ultraman crossover still going? And they were like, yeah, it's going. In fact, it's supposed to get a release this year, if all goes well. Keep that in mind, if all goes well. Now, you're probably wondering, why did it take so long for this crossover to get released? Well, I have my suspicions, and keep in mind, this is not me saying news or anything. This is just my speculation. This is just my personal speculation that I'm sure some of you who have understood business work, who've understood business, thank you for all of you who understood that reference, probably know what probably happened. So let's talk about that. But actually, before we do, let's talk about we don't know the story. All that we know is that promotional art of Captain Marvel, Iron Man, and Spider-Man battling Bemular in the city with Ultraman, Ultra 7, and Ultraman Taro overlooking the scene. Now, in continuity, currently in the Ultraman books at Marvel, Ultra 7 has returned and now has bonded again with Dan Moriboshi, but they've discovered that the Science Patrol has been infiltrated by some unknown alien force, and now they've had to create the Ultra Guard alongside a new version of Ultraman Jack, who in here is not a Ultraman. He's a mech. He's like a Zord. It's kind of cool, actually. And now the Land of Light feels like they have to get involved more with what's going on Earth. So it's a pretty cool premise so far, and that's the setup for the next book. So that's that's all we know from the Ultraman side. We don't know how it ties in with Marvel. We don't even know if the Ultraman books are taking place in the Marvel universe. Could be like a cross-universe thing, for all we know. So, why did it take so long to get this up and running? We also, by the way, don't have a release date. All that Matt heard is that they want to have a release date soon for the comic, or have a big announcement and go further into detail, which I'll probably do a video. Once that's done, I will do a video talking about what else, what they'll probably more about the story and all that. I'll go into more detail about once we get more information. But all that was said was it's going to get a release date, an announcement and release date soon. My personal thought is that it's probably going to be a release sometime late May, early June, or sometime around the May-June era, summertime. Reason being is because to probably coincide with the release of Ultraman Rising, the new Ultraman animated film coming to Netflix. That's probably that's my best guess, my best guesstimation for its release date. I'm sure we will get probably announcement news come this month or maybe April. Yeah. What else? So now you're probably wondering, well, why did it take so? It got announced 2 years ago. What was the holdup? Well, my personal thought is that Marvel and Tsuburaya didn't see eye to eye for a while. That's probably the biggest reason why there was holdups. Nothing was said out loud. Nothing was specifically said out loud, but there was more than likely a lot of dogfights between the two in the meeting room. You see, a lot of companies don't like each other. because it's all competition. And you may be thinking, but Tsuburaya Industries willingly worked with Marvel. Yes, but they also, when they heard about the crossover, I imagine they really wanted to have their IP be more featured prominently, while Marvel was like, yeah, but these are our characters, and it just led to a dick measuring contest. That's a lot of things about corporations. It's a lot of dick measuring going on. But that's the thing. Is that's probably what it was. I'm not saying that's what it was. I'm just saying, personally, I think that's what it was. Was that the companies just decided to just, see who could who could outplay each other, for this crossover. It's very much like with the Marvel DC crossovers back in way back in the day, where companies would work like the first Spider-Man Superman crossover. A lot of it, like, people would say, "Oh, it was all in the spirit of collaboration." No, it wasn't. Like, they were mad about, like, the cover, even, like, it has to showcase who got more, like, panel time. It was like who got more words, who got more panel time. That was that's always been a thing. So it doesn't shock me that it's probably, like, I was afraid it got canceled, but I guess they finally decided to settle on something and just compromise to get this book out. And who knows? For all we know, this could be the end of the part of the argument is maybe Tsuburaya takes Ultraman back from Marvel because of this. Who knows? Again, that's just my personal speculation. But I'm just happy it's coming out. I've been reading the Marvel Ultraman books. They've been really good. Yeah, I'm happy this is finally a go, because it does look like it's kind of important for the story to progress. So, yeah. Well, like I said, if and when Marvel does an announcement for the next does an official announcement, I'll go more into story about the comic and all that, once they reveal, like, a synopsis and everything. But for right now, I just want to tell everyone, yep, that crossover's still a go. So yeah, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this are you guys still excited for the Ultraman Marvel Universe crossover? Are you still curious about how it's going to go down? And yeah, and are you going to read it? So yeah, just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. Thanks again, Matt, for keeping I gotta give major credit to Matt Denian real fast, because, like, the dude was the only one who seemed to care. Like, I stopped caring because I thought it got canceled, and I think a lot of people did, but Matt kept trying to dig for answers. So Matt, we salute you. Matt Denian, we salute your services. Anyway, so once again, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.